Yeah, man. It's a late one. It's a late one. I just like bit of a loss for words, really. Like Dalton basically beat this guy at his own game, didn't he? He beat him at his own game, and it was a slugfest type of fight that must be already in the running for fight of the year. It must be already in the running for fight of the year. What was that, bro? Lots of stuff to talk about. Lots of stuff to talk about. Dorton, that's Eddie's only English champion right now. Only English champion. And you know the thing is, yeah, as Alex Bellotti said, fresh productions are going to go bankrupt unless they've got some tax write-off to cover them on. I don't know, because if you're going to put a fight like this on as an unknown promotional outlet, you have to win the fight. You got to win the fight and then defend the belt to get the payoff. And you know what it is, man? You know what it is? This fight was so poorly promoted, but in the ring, it was really good. Dalton basically becomes world champion anonymously, but the Zone and are going to promote the crap out of him. They're going to promote the crap out of him. So anything the Zone had to sacrifice, the Matchroom had to sacrifice, they've got it back. They've got it back. He hurt Matias with the first right crossing through, you know. The first punch he threw. And at first, he was outboxing him easily, wasn't he, Dalton? He was just too fast. The feet were just too fast. But he's a lot more inexperienced. And when you're fighting a renowned slugger like that fight, he's going to have his moments. And he definitely had his moments. Although it caught up with him, like the age, the wars, it caught up with him. And Dalton was just too young, too strong, too determined. Dalton got his nose bloodied, his eyes bloodied. I think they said there was blood coming from his ear. And in the third, when Dalton was clinching, he wasn't tying up the arm. He was clinching, but he wasn't tying up the arm. And Matias was catching him with them rabbit punches when they were tied up. And then he started catching him with legal. And you know what I mean? If I didn't know the result, I already knew the result. I can't say I was like, whoa, what's going to happen? But even though I knew the result, I was like, what's Dalton doing? And Matias, you know, yeah, he had his moments. He had his moments, man. Dalton weren't going to be denied. I mean, Osterine, put on dodgy gloves or whatever. Dalton weren't. This was his. This was his night. I was shocked, man. I was shocked. I was shocked. I was shocked that it was that type of fight. Look at that win. 23 wins, 2 losses now. 2 losses, 22 inside the distance is what he went in the ring with Matias. You know what I mean? Wow. A fight like that should have been better promoted. You know what I mean? It should have been way better promoted. But it's Fresh Productions' loss at the end of the day. You know what I mean? People were telling me that they were competing with Matchroom and all the big promoters. You're not competing with them. Them people are backed by billionaires. You don't go into pay-per-view events on your first real boxing event like that. You just don't do that. Multi-million purses you got to pay. You know what I mean? And your man loses. Just a huge exercise in ignorance. I don't know what they were doing. I don't know what they were doing against a younger, fresher guy. Dorton landed that first right cross, bro. That first right cross, he landed it. And he looked good, man. He looked good. He looked good. He did neglect the body a bit. He started well, whacking him to the body, you know, right? And then he neglected it. He kind of like, he got into Ricky Hatton mode, and he was a good friend of Ricky. I think, you know what I mean, he knew Ricky, and like, he neglected the fundamentals and went to have a war. But luckily for Dalton, he's just a lot fresher at this stage and just a lot stronger. A lot stronger. Like, Matias didn't concuss Dalton with his shots. He busted him up. They hurt because he's a big puncher, but Dalton was just too fresh. He just walked through them. He just walked through them. But he can't continue to do that. He can't continue to fight Ricky Hatton fights with the technicians in there. You know what I'm saying? If he works to his strengths, he can compete with most of them and perhaps beat any of them on a given night. But he's got to box to his strengths. But that's what done Matias in. He stood in there with him and banged with him, and beat him at his own game. And Matias didn't like that. He didn't like someone stepping in his lane, punching him up. He didn't like it. He's not used to it. And he didn't know what to do. Old age caught up with him. Yeah. You can wear dodgy gloves. Take all the ostrich, wherever the substance is called. Take all the ostrich you want, mate. You know what I'm saying? This ain't Red Bull, give you wings. You ain't knocked out. He was staggering around the place like a kid at a playpen when he got hit with them combinations, bro. And he was done. He was done. He was done. I was thinking, he was slipping. You getting blown all around the place like fucking winds in the flipping leaves. Fresh Productions get mashed. Fuck him up. Fuck him up, you know. Good right hand there. I'm in a second. Just reliving a few of the moments. Yeah. Andrew McDowell. Tupac Shakur, good fight for sure. Yeah. Arsenal, says Eddie Hearn smiling. Eddie Hearn must be just like ecstatic, bro. Yeah, Eddie must have been buzzing. I haven't even seen his reaction. I've just seen the fight. Andrew McDowell, that reckless fighting style from Matias finally caught up with him. Yeah, it caught up with him tonight. You know what I mean? Smoking Joe, it was great while it lasted for a minute. It seemed Smith was hurt, but he kept catching him with harder shots on the way in, and they eventually took their toll. Yeah, yeah. Brent Hernandez, he says, so happy this drug cheat lost. Yeah, man. Minor trace amounts or not, it didn't help him tonight. I didn't like this fight for Dalton, to be honest, but it was his night, wasn't it? You know what I mean? It was just his night. He wasn't going to be denied. He wasn't going to be denied. Boxing's a young man's game. That's what we saw tonight. And I'll be honest with you, yeah. As much as I'm happy for Dalton Smith. You know what I mean? So he might have come unstuck, but that's why it's all about timing. He might have come unstuck because you see the way his face got busted up. He kept his feet longer, and Dalton kept punching with him. Anything, it could have went either way. Dalton could have got stopped on cuts, or he might have stopped Matias on cuts or beat him down. But the most important thing was getting the belt. When you're in there, you got to roll the dice. In all honesty, it would be nice to think that you can just finesse someone like Matias. Sometimes you just got to stand in there and just bang it with him and show him you can beat him at his game. You know what I'm saying? Attack the bully. And that's what he did. It was look at that left hook to the body from Dorton. It was a really good punch, boy. Dorton not a kid himself though. He's 28. 28 years of age. Matias is 33. Not that old, but he's had a lot of wars. A lot of wars. A lot of them fights is behind the points. We saw Liam Paro fight a more technical fight in Puerto Rico than Dalton. He was a lot more technical than Dalton. He won on points, but Liam didn't stand toe to toe with Matias like that. He reacted to Matias's defense and countered to offense, I should say. He reacted to Matias's offense and countered well. Dalton weren't waiting to counter, bro. Dalton was looking to take his head off. Dalton was looking to take his head off, bro. He's 19-0 now, 14-sided difference. Distance, WBC, 140-pound champion, man. Yeah. Ben Shalom's going to pipe up now. That he wants Adam Azim. That doesn't mean he ain't getting no title shot yet, bro. Adam Azim has to go do something big. You know what I mean? Go do something big now. If you want that as a voluntary, you get about 5% of the purse. About 5% you get. You know what I'm saying? Big up to the Sheffield Massive. Yeah, did his thing in there, man. Tupac says Adam needs to stay away. Yeah, if Dalton drags him into a fight like this, I don't think Adam survives. I don't think he's got As long as Dalton's skin, and Dalton had issues with cuts, so he's going to have to change his style a little. Even though I think Dalton wouldn't mind slugging with the rest of the contenders, and I think he'd do well slugging with a lot of them. You know what I mean? It might be easy to say Dalton needs to go back to his boxing. I think if he goes toe to toe with them, but then they're not gonna accommodate him because he's quite physically strong, is what I'm saying. And the only thing he lacked, right, was the experience. You see, like he was walking straight onto the shots. You know what I mean? To slug with Matias, and that's when Matias got his opportunities. Now he can clean all that stuff up. Yeah, got the job done, man. Brent said, so happy this drug cheat lost. Yeah, he did try loading his gloves, apparently. Didn't work. Don Viciano, Dorton got the job done. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. In the 4th round. Look, he's still coming forward, boy. We need to take this guy's head off. It's the hand speed what ultimately done Matias, the hand speed and youth. Good right hand from Dalton. I don't know why the referee's breaking the action, you know. Dalton should have thumped him in his face. He's stopping the action for? Dalton boxing his head off with ease. Even like when he got his wits about him and stopped slugging and went back to the jab and the right hand and just stepping off the line and throwing his punches. He was mugging Matias off. He was mugging him off. You know what I mean? And tell you what, man, Dalton was so fit in there. But there was stages when he started taking in big punches in the 4th. You're thinking, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah, man. Matias got no resting place, bro. Dalton was just punching him up in the 4th round now. Dalton backing him up into the ropes. I think he ended this round with his left eye cut, Dalton. That big right hand from Dalton. Matias trying to press it. He knows he's got the fight he wants. This is where he wants all of his opponents right in front of him. But he's not comfortable there tonight. He just didn't look himself, did he? Dalton pushing him back. Dalton walked for his best punches. See, when you attack them bullies like that, when you fight a bully like that, you know what I mean? It's a shock to their system. No one's ever did that to him. First time he's been stopped. First time he's been legitimately beaten. First time. What's his record now? Bad cut from Dorton. Leaking. Bad cut. There he is on the attack again, Dalton. Right on Matias' chest, bro. Look at them uppercuts inside from both hands from Dalton. Good punches. Matias didn't like that one bit. He's got his opponent doing exactly what he would like him to do, but he's just not winning this attrition battle tonight. Dalton just punched through him. Just took the punches. Good, see that body shot? That left hook to the body. It shook Matias' frame, bro. It shook his frame. You know what I mean? Matias is banged up. Dalton still throwing combos, bro. It's a good fight. It's a really good fight, bro. Left hook to the body from Dalton. Matias come back with a big 1, 2, 3, 4. Then Dorton come with his own 1, 2. Yes, he lit him up. Good exchanges, boy. It's a good round, man. 5th. Left hook from Matias. Big right hand from Dalton. With Matias backed up on the ropes. Matias took that well. A big shot. Man, look, head to head, man. Matias got his back to the ropes. Dalton lines him up with a jab. Then he comes with that big right. Matias taking too much shots. His face looking banged up. And he's breathing. He's breathing hard. Matias is breathing hard. Oh, great right hand. Oh, the leg's doing a merry dance. Down he goes. Big right hand. Big right hand. Let's look at the stoppage. Ooh. Dalton is the champion, bro. I don't think it was a premature stoppage. I'm gonna see where people are gonna say it's premature though, and they should have let the champion probably go out on his shield. I understand that bit. I do understand that bit. Wow. Me and what Dalton's got to say quickly. Just gonna mute it because I don't want to. That's the first time Matias has been on the canvas, isn't it? It's the first time he's been on the canvas. Big up, Anthony. So the series of punches to finish it was impressive. Yeah, it was. Aaron, he says, time for bed. Bless up everyone. Yeah. Yeah, they're bankrupt now, Aaron. They're done. They're done as Phil. Fresh Productions are done. They've done their dough. Yeah, I mean, unless this drug money they took to make the pay-per-view. Yeah. Must be. It could be. It could. I'm not being funny. It could have been drug money because where they getting that kind of money from to pay for world title fights? No one's ever heard of them. You don't have a resume. Anthony says this is the most impressive British overseas win I've seen for a long time. Yeah, he honeygunned him, man. He honeygunned him. Yeah. I think it was Anthony that DRUG money and washed it. Yeah. Virtuoso. It was beautiful to see. Yeah, it was impressive, man. Highly impressive. Watch Eddie. Eddie can't contain the smile, bro. He can't contain the smile. Much granted, Eddie, but British champion. It's a good time to be British champion right now. I'm telling you. Telling you, boy. Dalton. Sheffield Arena first defense, bro. You know what I mean? EMB. What's up? Kidder had money. It could well be. Could well be, man. You never know with boxing. Boxing got some shady characters in it. Toro, I remember when Sergio Mora called Matias the boogeyman. How the poor guy can sleep at night again. Big up Smith. Virtuoso. Smith's team didn't raise a stink about Matias's gloves. The New York State Athletic Commission would have let the Puerto Rican fight with shady ass gloves. Yeah. They done the do there. They have to look out for Dalton. I mean, they already let the Oscarine thing go. You know what I mean? That's a big one. Yeah, they disarmed Matias's weapons. Matias's weapons got disarmed. Whatever he took was disarmed. Whatever he tried to, what type of gloves he tried to use, disarmed, took it away from him. Britannia, the rule Britannia, Union Jack. Watch Michael Collin. Big night for British boxing, and it's kind of being underplayed because of the platform that the fight took place on. This fight should have been on DAZN, man. Should have been on DAZN. There's no real media reaction to it. You know what I'm saying? Except the YouTube channels. There's no real media reaction to it. But Dorton will get his fanfare when he returns back to the UK. You know what I mean? Let's say 9, 10 a.m. this morning. The mainstream media will realize, you know what I mean? We got three English born champions now. Because I mean, all right, it's Northern Ireland. That's United Kingdom. That's United Kingdom. You know what I mean, but not proper Britain, is it? Yeah, but or England or whatever. But I'm sounding a little EDL saying all that. Forget all that. But yeah, we got Fabio. We got Fabio Woodley. We got Dalton Smith. We got Nick Bow. Fabio Woodley, Dalton Smith, Nick Ball. And Jazza Dickens, isn't it? Jazza. Old Jazza. Jazza Dickens. Yeah. Justice been served, man. He shouldn't have really been in the ring. Let's keep it real. I mean, won the fight, but ultimately, if this guy was dosed up, a less physically prepared fighter could have got hurt in there. Because Matias, you know what I'm saying? Like, when he found that Dalton weren't going nowhere, that he was prepared to fight him at his own fight. And then when he realized that Dalton was younger and stronger than him, yeah, took all his superpowers. Yeah, he took the beating. Superpowers deserted him. Justice served, and the new justice served. I mean, let's not underplay what he's done there. You know what I'm saying? He's left the comforts of Sheffield. Yeah, he left the comforts of Sheffield and manhandled this guy. Tango, he's saying maybe they should let the champ go out on his shield, but he was gone. There was no comeback, and there was still 45 seconds for Dorton to go to work. The referee was right to stop it. Yeah, he was. When you get up after 8 and stumble back like that, the referee has no choice. Yeah, he was. He was right to stop it because he was taking heavy punches, man. He was taking heavy punches, and he like it's not like he has good defense, and he's old, and the guy was beating him at his own game. Yeah, he was done. He might have been. He looked to carry on, but he knew he was done. He was done. He was done, man. Guzzy, old saying, cheaters never prosper. Mm-hmm. Anthony says, who else is at 140? Yeah, you got Hitchens, you got Shakur and Tio. That's coming up soon. The winner of that's the WBO belt. You got not Puello. Let me go to the rankings quickly before I dip out. Can't stand too long. I'm just nagging to him. I mean, I'm an old boy. When I started the channel, these excursions wasn't the issue down there. Got Gary Antoine Russell, who Richardson didn't want to fight, and he's a dark horse. Gary Antoine Russell is not to be played or toyed with. Yeah. Wow, that was quick, man. They adjusted the rankings already. They got Dalton Smith as champion already, bro. Maybe they just didn't want Matias there. They said, get him off there quickly. Let's adjust the rankings now. Dalton Smith, bro. Isaac Cruz is interim challenger. That's a good fight, bro. That's a good fight. I think Dalton beats Isaac, man. I think Dalton beats Isaac. But you know what Dalton's big issue now is that scar tissue opening up. Because now he's fighting world-ranked contenders. Because say what you want, yeah? Matias is a world-class slugger. And you see at this level here, Dalton won't be like have the option to just outboxing people. He's gonna have to go toe to toe and get it done how he's got to go. When he needs to, he's gonna have to go toe to toe like he did tonight, and that's where the scar tissue gets exposed. You know what I mean? Is Richie Hitchens? Is he fighting Delgado next? He's re-signed with Matchroom, innit? If Tio beats Shakur, he's gonna act like an idiot. You do know that, yeah? He's gonna start asking for ridiculous purses and making matches for Tio with Tio are going to be a nightmare. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Anthony. That'd be a good fight to watch, you know. Tio versus Shakur would be a good fight to go over and see. Yeah. Anthony, he's up there with Naz and Johnny Nelson as world champion. Yeah. Let's put his name in the history books, man. Awesome. He said that was a great win. Beat a man on juice at his own game. And let's be honest, juice or no juice, he's tough for any 140-pounder. Oh, yeah. You've got to bully someone like that. You can't just finesse them. It might look like because you can outbox Matias, but you can't just. You see what happened with Puello, right? Puello didn't take as much chances as Dorton, and you could argue Puello won the last fight, but he didn't get the decision. Dorton took matters into his own hands. He took matters into his own hands, and can't underplay what he done there. Yeah, can't underplay what he done. Guzzy says, great last round, toe to toe. Dalton didn't want to be denied here. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Anthony says, Smith could keep that belt in England for a long time under Matchroom Promotions. Yeah, he can make his mark here. He has the opportunity to make his mark. 100%. 100%. Big time. Big time. Let's go Twits. See what's happening on Twits. Let me take a look at the poll as well. Right, I get out of it. Let's have a look. Let me go on Twitter. folding him up, bro. Wow, look at that. 203 votes. 1% bought that, said they were going to buy that pay-per-view. I don't think I've seen a poll like that before. 1%. Wow, that's a serious receipt, bro. This should never have been on pay-per-view. Never. And to all those who are arguing in the comments that they were right to do it, I hope you see this. And I hope you can explain how you can possibly think you're right to say what you're saying. But then again, if it's drug paper, you know what I mean? If it's contraband paper, then yeah. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no taxes if you're selling that to crackheads. Basically counting money, isn't it? Just counting free money, bro. That money come from dodgy means to pay for that. There's no one puts up that kind of bread with hard-earned money. It comes from illegal gains. I'm sorry to put that out as a stereotype on them guys, but what else could it be? What else could it be? What boxing promotions did they put in before to make them possibly think they could take on such a promotion? Yeah, the sales were in the toilet from the moment they announced they're selling this fight on pay-per-view virtuoso. Yeah, the tickets weren't moving. The tickets weren't moving. This is not a fight you put on pay-per-view. Look at that graphic, bro. They could probably go Manchester, but they can do if Sheffield Arena, right, with Dave Allen on the undercard, just it sells out in minutes, yeah? It sells out in minutes. It sells out in minutes, bro. You know what I'm saying? Sheffield Arena. I should really be sleeping, but yeah, I mean, I'm up there. Sheffield Arena capacity. Let's see. It's got a capacity of 13,500 for major concerts and events, but this varies by setup. 9.5K for Steelers ice hockey games. Yeah, that's sold out for Dorton now. Put Dave Allen on the card. They sell that out. They sell that out, and it's just, the atmosphere is going to be nutty, absolutely nutty. You know what I mean? And Dalton's a good kid. Dalton is a good kid. You know what I mean? So I like Jack Catterall, who failed when he fought the Golden Boy kid. He got it over the line. He got it over the line, man. Yeah, he could keep that belt in the UK for a little while under Matrimony. Yeah, you're right on that one. Mick Wood, he says, Smith beat Matias his own game, pushed him on the back, on the ropes, pressured, knocked him out. Yes. Yes. Yep. Yep. Yeah, yeah. If they're smart, they can. Eddie's not gonna throw him into them big. See, the Antoine Russell was a dangerous fight in them fights there, and somebody with Hitchens' jab and foot speed and doesn't engage like that. They might not throw him into that. They might not throw him into that. And I might be doing a biased one and turn a blind eye. No, I'll call it. I'll call it. I'll be tempted. Yeah. Big up Lady Chan. I woke up. Dorton destroyed Matias. Yes, destroyed him. Yep. Put his lights out. I think they will come to the UK though. You know what I mean? Like Pitbull doing pay-per-views on the PBC. You ain't making no dough. You ain't making no dough. You come to Sheffield Arena, 9,000 packed out. What, unification? Eddie's got to make him unify if he's going to monetize it, to be honest. He can't just be running around with a single strap. But first defense, no. First defense, you know what I mean? Like, give him a bit of Yorkshire pudding. You know what I'm saying? Sheffield, right? Bit of Yorkshire pudding. Anthony says Hitchens is too dangerous. Yeah. Them fights are not really ideal for Dorton right now. He's a little inexperienced at that level. Let him have a defense or two, you know what I'm saying? And then look at Hitchens and them guys. Yeah, maybe all British clash with Azim, because I don't think Azim beats him. I don't think Azim beats him. I think he hurts Azim and stops him. You know what I mean? A bit of Yorkshire pudding, big up Beauty in the pencil. Yeah, a bit of Yorkshire pud. Oh yeah, you got a point, Annie. If there's no turkey money involved, they might not be too keen to gain the volatile atmosphere of the Sheffield Arena. Lady Channy says stops Adam. Yeah, I think he stops Adam. I don't see anything Adam's got in his arsenal to trouble Dorton at the moment. You know what I mean? Wow. Good stuff, man. Let me go on Twitter a little while. I see the reaction. You know what I'm saying? Shannon says maybe the 41 was worth the watch then. Hey, it was actually a really good fight. It was actually a really good fight. Aside from anything, it was a good fight. Yeah, man. Just wait for it to load. See what the Twitter world has to say. I wasn't doing my updates on when I was on it last for some reason. It's taking a little time to upload. There now. Wow. Dorton. Boxing King Media. And that's the bottom line. Grant Smith said so. ABA British schoolboy. Yeah, Dalton come up the hard way. British Commonwealth and European ABA titles as a kid, as an amateur. Excellent. Nice one. Was it a fifth round? When in the fifth? Yeah, it was fifth. Why are you saying six? Typo, yeah? Typo, Danny. Sixth round. He took his head off, man. Great. Well, that right hand. That was the one. First time he's been on the canvas, you know. Been on the canvas. Mm-mm. Destroyed. What does Eddie do? If Shakur beats Shakur versus Dorton, they're going to be calling for that. Wow. Devin Haney. He says cheaters never win. Congrats, Dalton. Yeah. Like I'm just asking for God to bury us the hands against Ryan Garcia so I can really enjoy the fight. I really want to enjoy him take a pasting. I really want to enjoy Ryan Garcia take a pasting. An absolute pasting. That would just be nice, bro. Ryan just catching a pasting, bro. I love that. I love that, bro. To move Shakur to welter. I don't know, man. That might be running before you walk. You got to win that TO fight. I don't think Shakur's a welter, man. I think like 140. Not this year. I wouldn't have thought. You know what I mean? 147 might be a little early. Oh, you don't see him campaigning at 140 for long? This is fourth weight class, you know. Man started at, what was it, super feather, lightweight. No, he's free. He's feather, wasn't he? No, was he featherweight champion? Didn't he start at feather? Yeah, it could be too early at 47, like Chan's saying. It could be too early. Big up Beauty the Pencil. Yeah, man. Yeah, he started at 126. Yeah, feather. Yeah. You might have a couple of fights at 140, you know. Might have to get a little run at 140. Because even I think he might take a little while to adjust to the weight at 140. Loading this page. Real Devin Haney. Twit's playing up there. Yeah, man. Sheffield Arena next, bro. You know what I'm saying? Needs a good rest. I mean, you can't have too many fights like that. That's one thing for sure. Yeah. Can't have too many fights like that. Nice little rest. And organize the first defense. Diobinuni says the commentators were so biased. Who for? I would imagine for Matias, because like Fresh are getting there, like there's no DAZN commentators or British commentators there. Yeah, for Matias, okay, I can imagine. Yeah, it's Fresh Productions, isn't it? They're not gonna exactly be the most neutral observers. Oh, I see, saying what you're saying now. Rico was saying the commentary was wanting to make him vomit. Right. Yeah, I can imagine. What's Dan Raphael talking about? Matias was breaking Smith down before the tech KO. What are you talking about? Damn, you get come off the pies, boy. I mean, no man, like, what are you talking about? All right. There's a tweet from Anthony Fowler in 2023. He's saying that Troy Williamson, oh, he's similar size to myself, and I know how much it takes out of you. He's 32 now, and he still makes 11 stone. Must be taking a lot out of him. And Troy saying he was right. He wasn't wrong. Arthur, Lyndon Arthur says Dalton Smith is an effing maniac. Yeah, man. So bad man boxing for Dalton tonight. You know what I'm saying? I tell you, man, people are saying have Matchroom driven up the subscription in the US. The US ain't messing with the zone. But you see, this is a new direction right now. You know what I mean? We got a new champion. If Eddie can develop a few more British champions, then it's going to be like, don't need to drive up no subscription in the US. Get your own platform. If you don't want the zone, build your own platform. You know what I mean? But the zone will be for the Euro gang. You know what I'm saying? Euro gang. Wow. Michael Jordan pays off home of his janitor from high school after finding him still working there at age 80. Big up Michael Jordan. I mean, helped out a working man, hard-working man. Yeah, you have to give it Michael. For, all right, people. I think at this point here, okay, Theo Benini says the commentators were so biased. Wow, that's bad. Jonas Stunner Boxing, he says, hello, Beats. Delighted for Dorton Smith, especially after all the pet controversy. Smith has real mental strength going abroad and bringing that belt back. Yeah. Worthy of John H. Tracy, Lloyd Hunnigan mentioned the way he went across and did what he did. You know what I'm saying? He was fearless, isn't it? He was fearless. He was fearless. I think that took Matias by surprise, how fearless. You know what I mean? I think that took him by surprise. 100%. It would be nice to think that perhaps he could have boxed more, but so when you're in situations, it's not just the technical things that your opponent does you have to overcome. He was likely a bit nervous, Dorton. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to mess up. So, like, he had to do what he had to do, and that was beat Matias at his own game. That's what it ended up. You know what I mean? You can study all the tactics you can for months, but when it's on the line, Devin Haney says, I hate that Matias motherfucker laughing my ass off. Devin don't like the cheats, bro. Devin don't like the cheats. Devin not impressed. What's the matter with my Twitter right now? I want to look at the posts. I don't think. Yeah, hey, look, he shouldn't have been in the ring. Let's keep it real, Matias, right? He shouldn't have been in the ring. There's no way the New York State Athletic Commission should have a different penalty for the violation than WADA. There's just no way that can make sense. Makes no sense at all. Yeah, that's what it was, Joe Stunner. Like when he saw that Dalton was literally ready to bleed for that belt, and Dalton was very strong, wasn't he? He was very strong. And see Matias types. If you bully them right and like you take their best shots and take it to them, then you know what I mean? Yeah. And all them wars catching up with him now. Just everything lined up for him to lose the belt. Everything lined up for him to lose the belt. Yeah, he was very strong in there, Anthony. He was very strong. He was very strong. Boxing is a young man's game. All right. So United Kingdom World Champions, bro. Got a little number now before it wasn't looking that strong. We got to include Croker, United Kingdom. Croker is United Kingdom. You know what I'm saying? We've got Lewis Croker, Fabs, Nick Bull, Dalton Smith, and Jazza Dickens. That's 5. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. Not a bad start to the year. You know what I'm saying? Not bad. How much will we have by the end of 2026? Will we add to that or will it be less? Big up Leon. Yeah, the stars were in alignment, Annie. Stars were in alignment. And in life, they have to be in alignment. You know what I'm saying? Leon Figures just watched for free on YouTube. Great bout, action packed, but absolutely did not warrant that price point going into it. I'm not paying over red eye time bouts. Yes. Because like you say, yeah, it's free minutes later. Yeah. Yeah, paying to watch that. I mean, it's a joke. £41. What were they thinking? What were they thinking? You know what I mean? Joe Stunner, he says the card from Germany was better than I expected too. Good atmosphere. I tell you what, man, somebody was trying to hurt that guy who was at Peter Mills knocked out. They were trying to get that guy hurt on that card there. That was like crazy, man. Did you see Miller? Miller suggested put his hand out to the referee, gave the referee a chance to stop it because he could have kept punching. He said, "Why did you stop it?" And literally, did you see Millas actually pulled back the punch that knocked out the guy? He actually pulled it back. He didn't throw all the venom he could into that right hand. He actually pulled it back. It was basically a tap that put him over. It was a tap because he was out on his feet. Yeah, man. All good. Good night's boxing. You know what it is now? It's time to get out there, man. It's time 10 to 7. Yeah. Well done, Dalton Smith. Hit the like button, everybody. Appreciate you turning up. Peace.